Hi all, welcome to my channel, welcome to my world. This is the world of Wayne. This is a continuation of the video that we released this morning, issue 37. We now have stage 38 of issue 11 of Eagle Moss and Hero Collectors Build the Ghostbusters Ecto-1. Now before we start, I want to just tidy up something from issue 37. Let it be a lesson, don't drink rum and do live builds on Ecto-1. These sections that I put in the wrong way round in the last video. I did put a little notice on the video to say that, but I've had to spin them round. So the screws should be nearest to the edge. I had them the other way round in this side here. So it's the same as that side there. So in issue 37, make sure you got these sides the correct way round. So if you remember in the last stage, this is the dashboard here. Let me show you what that looks like. We completed the dashboard and we put the sides on the dashboard here just like that. Now what we're going to be doing this time is we're going to be attaching the brake pedal that we had last time. We're going to be closing it in with a little shield here, and then the really big thing is this tray full of switches, lights and screws. So what we've got, just so you know, the switch that we need is actually G, which is this one here, and that looks just like that. Now when we get this, we just want to make sure that the contacts are straight and they're not bent, and we also want to make sure they're not touching at all, because when this is actually in the vehicle, if it is touching, you're going to have constant brake lights on all the time. So from experience, it's good to check that this is absolutely perfect and ready to go in the vehicle. Now everything else that we've got here, these are all switches apart from this one here, which is let's have a look what letter this is. This is letter H, are lights. So everything else is switches, but we need to save them for a later time, so we'll put that to one side and we'll keep that nice and secure. Now we've seen what we're going to be doing in this one, so without further ado, let's get cracking. So what we need to do first is we need to put this switch into this channel that we've got just here. Now the switch has got a lug on one side and a hole on the other side. The lug is going to go into the forward hole, and the screw that we're going to be putting in is going into the back hole there. The screw that we're going to be putting in is an EP screw. So what we're going to do is when we put it in, the triangular section, which is just at the bottom of the switch there, is going to be facing towards this channel that we've got there. So I'm going to gently put this into place, again making sure that I'm not bending any of those contacts, because we want them to be pretty much immaculate for when we put the brake in. So put that in like that, EP screw, making sure that the lug is situated in that front hole, and that's going to line it up, and when that's in, it's going to look just like that. As you can see on the close-up there, we have got a gap between the switch there. Now the next thing we're going to do is put in the brake pedal in. Now the brake pedal is just going to go into this channel just like that. It's going to fit flat in there, probably best on the top camera, and then it's going to be held into place with this piece that we had in the last stage. That's just going to go over the top just like that. Now this is going to be secured in with EP screws, but as you can see with the brake pedal in, it's probably better on the close-up camera, the switch is still open. That's what we want. So let's try and I need 8 pairs of hands for this. Put this in, and that will hold the brake pedal into place. So there's the first one. I've made it quite tight because I don't want that falling out when I put the second one in. These are EP screws, if I didn't mention that. Here's the second one. All the way in, nice and tight. Make sure none of them are coming out. And then as you can see, the switch is still open. Now the switch is providing the spring for the brake pedal here. So as you can see, when I depress it, it's the spring that's actually, it's the spring of the switch which is actually pushing that back. And then what you want to make sure is that when you depress that the switch closes. So as you can see there, it closes absolutely fine. So now I know that when we actually turn the vehicle on and we're doing the lights, there's going to be no brake lights on until I push that switch. The contact will make, and then the brake lights will come on. That is all there is to do in that stage. So issues 37 and 38 were pretty quick. You could probably race them off in about 3 minutes, but I think that's an important stage, that one, because once the dashboard's in and we're starting to do the interior of the vehicle, you're never going to get to that switch again. So be meticulous. If need be, use your magnifying glasses to ensure there's no contact in the switch until that brake pedal's depressed. But that's the tip that I give you. Now, if you want to get hold of this yourself all the way from issue 1, all you need to do is just go down to the link here. If you're in the US, follow the US link, and if you're in the UK, follow the UK link, and you'll be able to start this for yourself. I'm now up to issue 38, which means that we've done all of this here. On top of this unit here, as you can see, we've got the hood. Right at the top here, you can see we've got the fender grills and headlights. They've already been done, and as you can see in this one, we've just done the lower dashboard and brake pedal. So that's where we're up to. Issue 12 should be out soon with another 4 issues, but if you like that video, please remember to give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed already, please remember to subscribe. Other than that, take care.